So we're gonna chop it up, and then we got the pot heating up, so we can go ahead and brown the pork belly. So these are the sizes, nothing too thick. I'll come back when I don't put it in the fry, or the pan. So I don't wash my hands, and I don't want to retouch this meat. So warm up the pot. You start putting it in there. And I'm going to do it until it browns. You need the meat to brown. For the braised pork belly situation to go, you need the meat to brown. You need the fat to do what it needs to do. The skin on the pork belly is a little bit hard, or it's if you ever had a chicharrone, it's the same thing. It's this is chicharrone. If you ever had one of those, then you know that the skin is no joke. So you want to make sure that when you brown your stuff, you brown it down. That way you know that the skin got touched. But yes, this is what it looks like right now. No seasoning, no nothing. Just in the pot, browning. I'll come back. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this, but make sure you pat your pork belly dry first before you even put it in this pan, because even though you didn't add no oil, you see it's creating its own oil, and that is popping. That is popping, and it's popping pretty far. And I patted mine dry. I probably did it a little lazily. I could have did a little more, but I patted it dry. And this baby is popping. You're not hearing the explosion because I just did a little bit of stirring, but she popping. You want it this, see, you hear it? You want it's this brown, pretty much around. So I got a little ways to go. Okay, so the meat, for the most part, I know there's a couple of them that don't look too whatever, but for the most part, it's browned. This is all the oil. I'm gonna put that in something so I can put with my other oil. So this is good for something else that I might make in the future or whatever. So I'm gonna preserve this. Give me a minute. Okay, so while my sugar is doing what it's supposed to do, this is it. I don't know if you can see here. Let me turn on the surface light. There you go. This is it. Okay, yeah. That's it right there. This part has started to disintegrate here, so we're just waiting for the most of it to do it. I should probably bring my fire up a little bit, but I know my fire was already hot from whenever I was like browning the pork belly. But that's my sugar. I already sliced up my ginger. This is about, I don't know, like maybe a half of a ginger. I sliced these up pretty thin, as you can see. And then we have a bay leaf. Now the recipe does call for real star of anise, but I didn't have that, and I forgot to get that at the grocery store. But I had this because I have other things that I like to bake that have this involved, so I figured that this is good enough, and when I tried it, it was good enough. And then it also calls for dark and light soy sauce. I honestly did not know what that was. So I got regular soy sauce and low sodium soy sauce. Don't know if that's correct. Then I got this crushed red pepper here because, of course, that's for me. The recipe didn't call for that, but that was me. My sugar is on its way, and once it browns, because it browns, I'll put the meat in. So I'll come back for that. I forgot to mention the wine. This is specifically the kind of wine that they said I had to put in it. And yeah, that's it. That's my baby right now. I wondered if you really was an alcoholic. This thing is, you know, but I don't know. It don't smell like something I want to drink, but it's good for the food. So yeah, that's the ingredients right here. So this is what I meant right here. This is what the sugar did. This is all the sugar. You see that? It's all the sugar. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add my meat in. My meat is in. I want to caramelize them. And then, just, give it a good little swivel. Make sure everything touches the sugar and oil situation. Right? It's about good. You're gonna get your ginger. It's like 6 slices of ginger. 7 maybe. You're gonna put your ginger in there. Put that on in there. We're gonna let that, have a little second to do what that does. Just a moment to let the ginger do what it's gonna do. Now fight it just a little bit, just a tiny bit. And then while we there you go. I literally just smelled the ginger come up, so that's good. Then I believe it calls for 1.5 of light soy sauce, but I'm 1.5 tablespoons. I'm just gonna, that looks about right. And then we have the regular soy sauce. Mind you, I don't know if this is light and dark soy sauce. I'll be honest with you here. I don't know, but it worked out fine last night. So we're going to redo it again. It says 3 tablespoons of this. That looks about right. Now I'm going to go ahead and let that cook like that. And then while this does this, I'm going to let it cook down just a little bit. And then I'm going to, almost forgot, add in the star of anise. It's supposed to be 2 stars, but I don't got stars. So I do it till I can smell it. Which I smell it. Let's do another. There you go. Boom. That's that. And then we're gonna let that do its thing for about 2 minutes. And then once that does its thing, I'm going to go ahead and add in the cooking wine. So y'all didn't see me add in the red pepper flakes and the bay leaf, but I just did that. So that happened. I still have not added in the cooking wine yet though. I'm just letting this do this really fast. Okay, so it's ready. We got our cooking wine. And we're gonna, I can't remember how much it said, but I think it's like 1.5 tablespoons of that. That look about right. And I wish you could smell it. Like, for me not to have put like really like seasoning, except for the garlic, the soy sauce. Oh, I didn't add garlic. I do have to add garlic. Okay, let me go get the garlic. The ginger and stuff. Like, I didn't add, I guess, traditional ground up seasoning. I'm telling you, boy, This is smelling off the hook. Now, while the recipe did call for, I think, 5 cloves of garlic, I ain't had no garlic to be, cutting up. So, boom. That's what I had. The only other thing we're going to need now is the green onion. And I have some green onion in my garden. So, when it's time for that, I'm going to go in there and pick it and get that together. But now, right, this is me, this is she. We're gonna let the garlic cook down a little bit, and then there's one more step, and then we're not gonna touch her for about an hour and a half. So this is what we got. I'm telling you, but this is what we got. So we're gonna give her a little bit, and then I'll come back. So now that it's been doing what it needed to do, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my water. Added that in, and bam. Just want to make sure I get whatever I can off this spoon. But okay, we'll come back in an hour and a half, and we'll see where we at. And then pretty much after this, I'm just gonna make some rice, but I don't have to worry about that for a while. So yeah, here we go. Trust the process. Trust the process. And this is it. Just simple. Even though this took hours, it is worth the hours. And then some just regular jasmine rice, and then I got some green onion from my garden, chopped it up, bam, bam, bam. Red braised pork belly with white rice.